Good morning, children. I'm here again with stakeholders in commercial organizations for Standard 10. This is your third video, and today we are going to learn about the expectations of stakeholders. We have learned in our previous videos that everyone who works for the industry or for the organization are our stakeholders. So we will see each and every group of stakeholders and what they want in return when they work for us. So the first group of people are expectations of employers. Employers in the sense owners, shareholders and managers. I have enlisted 5 expectations of each group for you. So children, go ahead and make a note so that you can read them while you are there at home during the lockdown period. So the first expectation of employers is the safety of capital contributed by them. That means whatever you have invested, you want them to be in the right channel or must be used in the for the right purpose. Second, fair and regular return in the form of dividend on their capital. Naturally, when you are investing somewhere, you want a better return out of it, and that should be in the form of dividend. Next, we have capital appreciation in the value of the investments. So naturally, when you're investing something, when the return comes, you want something more than what you have invested. That is capital appreciation. So every time you invest, you need a profit out of it. The fourth point here is equal participation in policy decision of the company. Naturally, when you are investing money, when you are giving your ideas and your valuable time to a company, you naturally want to be there when the policies or decisions are being taken for the company. The fifth point, a public image of the company in which they can feel proud. We all work towards one goal, to have profits, and at the same time we want a better goodwill of our organization. So that's and that goodwill actually attracts other people towards you, and you feel proud to work with such a company. Next group of stakeholders are employees. Expectations of employees. Let's see what the employees actually want when they do come for a job. First of all, we all want security of job and continuity of service under congenial conditions. That means your work environment should be safe and sound, and you should have security of the job, and you need to continue with the job for a longer period of time. Next, you have fair remuneration in the form of wages and salaries. When we work, obviously at the end of the month, we all wait for our salaries, and that should be as per your education and your skill. Third, safe and comfortable working environment. We all want to have safety in our life. We want comforts in our life. So when we are going to work somewhere, naturally that place too should be safe and comfortable. The fourth point is quick and fair redressal or grievances. Sometimes in the workplace there are certain unfortunate happenings or incidents that happens. In order to take those matters to a particular, maybe to the HR or the PR who are there to look after it, you can go ahead and speak about your grievances. If someone is harassing you or there are some other grievances, you can speak about it. Next, protection of trade union rights. When you work together as workers, we all have a union called the trade union, and the trade union is there so that all our rights are protected and we know what is good for us and for the society. Next, we have expectations of suppliers. Who are our suppliers, children? I have already told you, especially those people who supply us with the raw materials. So here we see that these people, when they supply something, naturally they want a fair return of the supplies that they give to us. Second, regular and timely payment according to credit terms. Sometimes we buy things on credit. So that has to be kept in mind, and we have to pay it on the time as written in the documentation. Third, reasonable terms of delivery and payment. There should be a proper time and a delivery place of payment, and then you have regular orders of supply. Naturally, if you are ordering from someone today, and tomorrow you order it from somewhere else, this irregular habit of yours will be a problem for you in the long run. So if you have a supplier who is steady, he will supply you the right form of mind and without cheating. Next, you have healthy and cooperative inter-business relationships, which is very important because you have to be honest in your dealings. If you are not, your credibility in the market will fall down and people will not trust you. Next, we have expectations of the creditors. Who are the creditors? Children, those who give us money and we owe to them. Sometimes in business, we need these creditors to help us when we run short of money. So what are their expectations? Number one, safety of the loans given by them to the enterprise. Naturally, they don't want these money which is given by them to be used in some wrong thing. So that is what is called safety of loans. Second, regular payment of interest at the specific time. Naturally, when you take loans, you have to pay a certain EMI at certain point of time, which has to be regularly paid. Return of loans on the expiry of the time period. And if that particular time period is over, make sure that the principal amount is totally given back. Accurate and up-to-date information about the financial health of the enterprise. We have to give the right information to our creditors as how our business is doing. Whether it is running on loss or in profit, everything has to be documented and given so that they can entrust their hope and can trust us in their dealings with us. The fifth point, security in the form of mortgage or personal guarantee by owners of the enterprise. So naturally, when you take loan, sometimes the bank asks you for some securities. That security can be a property or maybe a house or the papers of the house which you own. So these are something which they want so that they have a security that in case tomorrow if there is some problem, they can acquire or take back the money that they have given it to you. Alright children, so we have seen expectations of creditors, expectations of suppliers, expectations of employers and employees. So that's all for today. Please make note and stay at home and be safe. Thank you.